Hello, this is Marili and welcome to my channel. Today we have a special video for you new players as we're going to be talking about gears. We're going to be talking about how to get them, where to get them, how to optimize your gear sets. But first, let's shout out all the sources I'm going to be using in this video, like Grand Cross Database and Selvy Deadly Sins Grand Cross Discord. And I'm going to have a link to both of them down below in the description if anyone's interested in looking at other guides and other translations that you might want. But first, let's talk about attack gear. For attack gears, the sets you're gonna need is like you're gonna need 4 of each. So as you can see, 4. Then to get the bonus plus 20% of attack, and then for defense you'll need 2 to get the plus 20 defense. For HP, 4 to get the plus 20% of HP. For crit rate, you need 4 to get the 30% for the crit rate. And then for 2, you need 2 to get the plus 30% for the crit resist. And then 2 to get the plus 20% of recovery. And there's also other gears that you can get, like lifesteal, crit damage, crit defense. And we're going to be talking about that later in the video. To get those gears, you'll need to find this guy in towns, or you can also complete missions to get the gear. As you can see, I got the level 5, so I get access to the SSR. Level 4 is for the SR. Level 3 is for the R. Level 2 is for the uncommon. And level 1 is for the common gear. And then for the towns, to find crit damage, crit defense, and lifesteal gear, you have to go to the PvP shop, obviously. You know, this is PvP shop. You talk to this guy, and this is how you get the crit damage, the crit defense, and the lifesteal. And for crit damage, it's plus 20% for 2 sets. Crit defense is plus 2 with I think it was like 40%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 40% of the crit defense, of course, and then 2 sets for plus 15 of the lifesteal. Okay, let's talk about the substats. For the top row, you have bracelet and ring. To get these substats: attack, penetration, crit rate, crit damage for bracelet and ring. For the middle row, you have necklace and earring, which you're gonna get defense, endurance, which is patience, crit resistant, and crit defense. And for the bottom row with belt and orb, you'll have height, regeneration, recovery, and lifesteal. And these are the minimal and maximum rolls you can get. As you can see, basically with the substats, there's only like 3 things that's most important, really, unless you're going for a certain team. I'm not gonna say like this is the go all for substats, but you're usually gonna use mostly attack for substat, defense, and HP. HP gives the most CP, so that's why you see people using like maybe a lot of HP gear, because HP gives the most CP. And then second CP giver is attack, and third is defense. And substats like penetration, crit rate, crit damage, endurance don't really give that much CP, so you don't really have to worry about that. They don't really give that much CP. The CP giver that gives the most CP is HP, so usually players will want to work on the HP before the attack, just so they have a little more CP boost, as you can say. Now let's talk about how should a new player set up their gear, and I'm using this guides on the Grand Cross Discord, thanks to Marcy and Seka, new player guide for the gear. First, you want to start with left side SSR, 5-star, 5+, and then right side is going to be common or R gear. And as you can see, they ask you why C or R gear. They say 5-star C gear with main stat rolls has higher CP stat bonuses than 5-star 5+ SR with 5% main stat roll. So basically, C or R gear, this could be potentially as good as an SSR 5-star 5+, but it's like less expensive for new players, obviously, because SSR gear can be very expensive, And SSR gear is basically in-game gear. So you have players like me who have like full SSR sets because we at in-game. But basically, as a new player, you want to start with some R gear and then left side SSR, and you want to work on your right side first, and then go to your left gear, because left gear is very, very expensive. For rerolls, it costs gems and anvils. It's just so expensive. And for R gear and C gear, it's basically gold. Yeah, so you just don't worry about the left side really until you got a good right side if you're a new player, because you don't want to go broke trying to work on your SSR gear while your right side is just not as good. Okay, let's talk about what I like to call the quality of the gear. And basically, we're also going to be talking about substats too. So as you can see, the quality of my gear, basically, as you can see, is 279. The maximum is 280, so I'm like one away. And so let's see. And as you can see, it gives me plus 27 on my attack because of the quality of my gear. So basically, you want to get like close to perfect on this, on your quality of gear. Basically, you want to try to get basically perfect so you have the maximum output of the gear. So let's show an example. Like let's try this. Yeah, let's try this. As you can see, I have 286, but the multiplier is like plus 12.7% of attack. And I have plus 925. It was 12.7%, but I was 286. Now let's do 288. That's plus 2, but it has 13%, so that's 0.3% of attack substat. Let's try this. And now we're at 942, so that's plus 17 that I just gained from using a different gear, but with higher multiplier and a higher quality of gear. So let me try another one. Well, maybe I shouldn't say multiply. Maybe I should say rolls. Basically, just the rolls. Because I don't want you to think that it just multiplies with this. I don't want you to think that. So let's try this. 12.4%, but my quality is 1375. That's 25 less than the maximum. That's kind of high, somewhat. So let's see how much we gonna get as for HP just for this. 9,995. Let's try with this. See, as you can see with this one, this R gear plus 5, I'm at 13.7% of the rolls, and I'm like 1373. So that's 2 less. Let's see how much I get. 10,695. So as you can see, the HP rolls really matter with this. It really does. You want high substats as possible, and also good quality gear, because you don't want to use bad quality gear. Yeah, let me see. Actually, let me use the C gear. The C gear like 13.4%. How much I'm gonna get? It's not plus 5 though. So 8,710. It's not plus 5, and I get 8,710. So C gear is pretty good. As you can see, it was outputting the same, as almost close to the R gear. So yeah, you just want to do that. Try to get like the maximum output of the gear. So you want to try to go as close as perfect as you can with the quality of the gear you get. And what you do with the ones that you don't want, you can dismantle them with DN to get away. And what you do with the gear that you don't want, that has low quality, basically with a low base stat, you just want to go to DN and dismantle them. But the trick with DN is what most players do. We just plus 5 our SSR gear, SR gear, and basically to get the blue stones. Basically, That's what we usually do, what in-game players do, just +5 or +1, depending on how much gold you can spend. Some players feel like they're more luckier with +5. Some think they're more luckier with +1. It all depends on you, really. And you just want to dismantle them with DN, so you can try your chance to get in more bluestone, which you can use to increase your gear awakening. What is it? Awakening gear? Yeah, awakening equipment, basically. Okay, let me make sure that I went through everything, basically. So I went through over the gear stats. I went over the substats, what you need. I went over which one gives the most CP. So basically, I'm gonna just tell you what missions. You just go to the missions thing if you want to just farm gear and just wait for a half AP event, or don't wait and just try to farm gear, and then you just go to hard if you can. Normal. Hard gives you SSR to SR. Hard. Normal give you R to uncommon. I think, no, it's SR to R. And then easy is the one that gives uncommon to common. So you just want to farm those to get the equipment. You know, some equipment you can't get, obviously, like crit damage, crit defense, and lifesteal. That's basically locked between PvP, like PvP shop, and also PvP gacha. As you can say, PvP gacha. You're using blue, red, green chest to try to get them. Blue being the highest you can get. You can get SSRs and stuff. If you're using the blue one, red one, the highest is SR. Green one being R, the highest. So yeah, I think that I went through everything I can with gear. If you're a new player and you worried about CP, or you just want CP abuse, as people say, you want to go with HP defense. That's usually what players do. The CP abuse, use like HP links, HP defense links. So 4 HP gear. That's what people use to CP abuse. But most players usually go with a more balance for PvP, like 2 attack mains, and then 2 hype defense. Like 2 attack defense, 2 hype defense for PvP, because you don't want to go in there with 4 hype defense and just so you can have higher CP, because you're going to end up doing less damage, especially when you go against teams that are meant to just tank and just be defensive and stall you out, which isn't helpful for you. It's gonna hurt you the most. If you're gonna do 4 HP defense, you either gotta be a whale who got max ults, or you just want to show out for your friend that you got this high CP, basically. You know, costume plays a part too with CP, of course, and all that, and roles, as you can say. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm really, like, subscribe, and comment, obviously. I'm out.